Alrighty. So, it's been a little while since I made a video. Today's date is March 4th, 2026, and it is right now 11:50 p.m. Yeah, I just wanted to make an update. The video, building the ITV1, video 1, I posted it on, I believe, February 8th, 2026, is now at 1 million views as of today. So I will pull that video up really quick here. Let's see here. There we go. So yeah, so this is how we're looking on TikTok. Oh, also we hit 237,000 followers, which is a new milestone. I've never hit that high before on TikTok, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, there it is, 1 million views. So yeah, that's pretty cool, man. It was like really tough for the last 5 years, because I think the record for me was like 226,000. It was like around that, and that was on my old 2020 TikTok account. So to get to 230 was like, holy crap! Like that's, now we're like in uncharted territory. So it's pretty cool. It's really like interesting to kind of be in this new era. It feels interesting. Because I'm building again, and my momentum is great right now on social media. I've gotten probably like 100,000 views on that video in the last day, which is awesome, because it's like sitting around like 600,000, 700,000 for a while, like a good how many weeks has it been now? Like 3 weeks over that. For like a good 2.5 weeks, it was sitting around like 700,000 views, and now it just like shot right up. So I don't know. Maybe that's because I didn't post. I haven't posted in like now, 2 weeks. My last post was on February 18th, which is just 10 days after I posted that video. So yeah, I don't know, interesting stuff. But I pinned it on top of my profile and everything. So, but yeah, so just to kind of go into an update here. So, like I said, I haven't posted on TikTok or Instagram or really anything in the last 2 weeks. I've left kind of everything silent for a bit. My last video on the 18th was basically telling people that I am just going to be taking a little bit of a break, just because, I haven't found a sponsor yet, and I'm broke. I have literally no job. However, I did just apply to Domino's on March 1st, and I'm currently being onboarded with them, and I guess I'm waiting for a background check to go through. So I'm just basically waiting on that, and then we'll go from there. So I do have something lined up, but there's still that kind of, I haven't officially started yet. I haven't signed anything. I haven't, So as of right now, I am still unemployed. So, I have this very, very small window of time where, maybe something will work, maybe something won't. I have no idea. I have one last trick up my sleeve, which I don't know if it will work. I truly don't. But I'm gonna give it a shot, just because why not? At this point, what else have I got to lose? So I made this video today. I worked on it for several hours today. It's a 59-second video. It's very nice. It's a, I'm not gonna say it's one of the best videos I've ever made, but it's certainly a great video. I think it's a very good, happy-go-lucky, get back up on your feet kind of video. You know what I'm saying? It's very inspiring, and I'm very happy with it. I think I think it'll catch some good momentum. I think it's very Instagram coded. It's orchestrated very much so over Instagram as opposed to TikTok. I don't say anything in the video. It's completely silent. It's just music and video. So that's pretty interesting. I have, again, no idea how well that's gonna do. I don't think I've really posted a video like that on TikTok before, so I have no idea. However, like I said, I haven't posted in 2 weeks, so you know, with this momentum I have on TikTok right now, where I just gained like 100,000 views in a day, um, you know, I'm kind of in high demand right now. So posting a video like that might actually do very well. I have no idea. I know it'll do very well on Instagram. I know that for a fact. It'll probably hit, I'm gonna assume, a good 100,000 views on Instagram, without a doubt. I would be very surprised if it didn't, honestly. I'm not trying to say that to sound like egotistical, but it's a very good video and it's very, very Instagram coded. So yeah, the video basically, I'm not gonna play it because it does have copyrighted music in it, and I don't want this video to get like striked or some crap. So the video plays the intro to "Take on Me" by Aha, or by, oh my goodness, by Aha. Great song. It was like a one-hit wonder in the '80s, and it's one of my all-time favorite songs. So basically, it's like the intro to that. It's like the very like kind of how do I even? It's like that very like heavenly intro. It's not just like right into synth. It's very much like just the vocals with like the beating with like the drum beat. Anyway, off topic. So I have that matched with the video footage of me from May 15th on top of Pine Mountain, where I recorded the first clip for Vlog 1, Becoming Iron Man, which I launched on May 20th. So I actually took a lot of footage that day. I took like at least like 10, more than that. Like 15 to 20 minutes of footage on top of that mountain. And it's mostly just me acting out stuff. I'm not really saying a lot. There's like one clip of me actually talking for like maybe 15, 20 seconds. But the rest of it's actually just like kind of stock footage I recorded of me just doing stuff. So I actually used that, which people have never seen that before. So they're going to see like footage from like almost now a year ago that nobody's ever seen before, but they know the setting. They'll be like, holy crap, like, what am I watching, So that's pretty cool. That's what I like about like stockpiling footage, because I don't care if I record it a year ago, 2 years ago, and wait to use it. I still haven't posted any of my open source footage yet from 2024. I still haven't posted any of it yet. So yeah, I think that it's going to do really well. And it's basically me just like talking about how, for the last, 5-6 years, I've really not accomplished all of my goals and my dreams. And I've put a lot of my dreams aside, and I've left a lot of things behind, and I feeling very unfulfilled, and how I've struggled with, the mentality of it being just too late, and like I missed the window and now I can't go back, and how that's just complete bullshit and inaccurate. And yeah, it's basically like going into like how like it's never too late, because I'm still breathing, I'm still alive, I'm still here right now, and everybody is still watching me and still there, like there's still people on Earth, so it's not too late. It's not too late, and it's not like, oh, like I'm still like in my 20s. Like I said, it's like, no, I'm still alive. Like that's more than enough. Like you can be any age, as long as you're still alive. It's not too late. So, I think it's a very good message, and I think that message coupled with like the music and the video footage, it's a great combination. I think it's going to do really well. And I basically am using that video as a Trojan horse to basically introduce the world to push and shift, which are at least two hemispheres of success. So I'm not going to go into it in this video because it's very in depth. It would take me probably at least a half an hour to talk about. And I'm obviously not going to push this video before the end of. I got a minute left for today. But yeah, I basically, I have something very big that I'm working on, and I really want to start introducing it into my content. I also want to start like actually like implying it in my life, and actually like, is implying the right word? No, I don't think that's the right word. what is the word? So I'm blind. Not enforcing it in my life, no. I can't think of the word. But I'll, it's funny. I'm gonna watch this video and be like, "You idiot! You didn't think of." He's like, "That's the word. That's the word." No. But yeah, no. I really want to start like putting that, the push and shift protocol into my videos. Going forward. I really want to follow those protocols and basically be like a walking, living test subject of them and a I guess poster child for them essentially, because like there's something of there's something that I have figured out over the last several years of being unsuccessful and just struggling, and you know I've studied successful people for years now. Napoleon Hill, um, Bob Proctor. I've studied several people, um, and it's like these people all have the same exact wiring. They have the same mentality for everything. It's really interesting. And I've noticed that when I have, oh my god, what is that word? Oh my, that is gonna drive me mental. Is it implied? No, that's not the right word. Let me do a spin and think about it. I can't think of it. What is that word, bro? It's driving me nuts. Oh my goodness. I can't. This is like killing me. It like got like deleted from my like solid state. I can't remember. This is driving me nuts. Anyway, I practiced, I guess. The people that have practiced this way of thinking have changed their lives. And I've noticed that whenever I practice a very similar way of thinking, my life changes. Most notably on January 1st, 2025, where I literally gained 6 million views in like a few days. I mean, it was like actually the most ludicrous growth I've ever seen. And it all happened because I used like the shift and push protocol. Like I literally did it for like a very brief period of time, but I still did it. I mostly used the shift protocol for that. I didn't mostly use the push protocol. But nevertheless, I still had like a very, very fast like shot of success, which is really cool. And I wish that again, this is the thing. I allowed myself to get distracted by other things instead of trusting myself to go all in with my idea. And again, that was a kind of fallback to old programming. And that's something that, I learned the hard way. I got sucked into something for, almost a whole year. And, I'm not going to say I lost all that momentum because I still, posted, I still, kind of, I lost quite a bit of momentum, but I still have my following. It's now growing again, which is great after a year. But I really discovered in that time that, time's gonna go by. I'm never gonna get it back, and I don't want to waste any more of it. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't want to spend any more of my time trying to focus on making other people successful and maybe having a sliver of their dream, a sliver of their success, rub off onto me. As I'd rather have my own success and get the whole pie. You know what I'm saying? Instead of just getting a tiny little crumb. So, and I had to learn that the hard way. I learned that the very hard way, and it was kind of a pain. I should have. I kick myself in the shin every single day for just not going headfirst into it. But at the same time, I kind of couldn't because I was, starting my content on January 1st, literally like the basically beginning of winter. And I was in my shed and it was freezing. You really can't build in a shed outside in negative temperatures with no heat. Um, it's just not really possible, and I wasn't really, I didn't have the environment to do what I need to do, whereas I do now. So, you know, it's like, I hate that it turned out, well, I don't hate that it turned out this way. I'm upset that it's taken so long for me to get to where I am. I'm upset that I didn't realize some of these things sooner, like years ago. Um, but, you know, again, it's like, I'm I am my own team. I do all my posting, I do all my editing, I do all my recording, I do all my building, I do everything. So, I don't have a person to bounce ideas off of. Like although I will say, I am trying to build Octo right now. That is something I have. It's like a guilty pleasure for me. I have like been programming the hell out of Octo, and yes, I have been using ChatGPT to assist me in that. But it really is a lot of like process of elimination, and it is a lot of like kind of problem solving because you have to constantly like just try new things, and because like the code's never 100% right. There's always or what you're doing doesn't always apply to the code that's being given, so you always have to like it's really interesting. And I've actually had a really great time with it. My friend Justin gave me an 8-core processor, Ryzen 7, which was amazing, and it's helped me out a ton with my AI development. I'm trying to build Octo right now. Um, Building a localized AI model where, I can basically run it just from here, from my house. It doesn't have to, talk to OpenAI or ChatGPT and get, use an API key. None of that. Like, it's all just here. So, and I'm trying to make it so that I can have it like connect to my Iron Man suit, and so that's kind of what I've been working on. In the meantime, within this 2-week break, and it's been great. I've had a really good time with it, and it's like I have like a very, very, very primitive um, online application where I can quote unquote talk to Octo. I am right now in the process of giving Octo memory, so that way Octo has the ability to recall and um, memorize, I guess save conversations, so that he can basically like kind of recount, I guess, our conversation. So, and then I'll get to like image data and like saving videos, and I'll eventually install like a camera and stuff, and it'll just evolve. But like I really am in love with the idea of like having my child grow up with like a I guess robot friend, like a AI friend, that's not like controlled by some massive corporation that you'll never know about and does like a whole bunch of like shady shit. It's something that like I've created myself. Um, and because again, like I was an only child. I am an only child, that's never gonna change. So, you know, I had lots of friends. Well, that's lots of friends, but I had a very, very tight knit group of friends growing up. Lived right around me basically. Um, and that was really all I had. And it's just like God forbid, I move somewhere that's like relatively remote, and my kids don't have the opportunity like I did to have friends right nearby. You know, I'd love for them to have the opportunity to, I guess communicate with something that would act as a friend. You know, um, and be able to remember things, and just interact with and be a partner and a friend. Um, so that thought's intriguing. I really have like I also have a physical idea for Octo in the future that I would absolutely most certainly, at least at this very moment, need help with. I ideally would like to start a robotics company to design these these robots, um, and but I need people. I can't do it up here in Gorham. It's like I can't. That's like not possible. I have to move. So, you know, circling back to where we're at right now, and restarting the UMA, it's like, through the UMA and finding makers from all over the planet, I will be able to create a small team, a essentially strike team of people that I can physically, interact with and connect with and drive to, and so maybe I can make an actual team, in the near future. But I also can't do that up here where I am right now physically. So I have to move. I need to move to like North Carolina or something like that, where there's people. So here's where I'm at. I firmly, 100%, without an absolute doubt in my mind, believe that my Ironman suit, the ITV1, is the key to my success. It is the key. And it's already proving to be. I mean, every single video I make on it does well. Every single video. It's something the world desperately needs, and it's something that only I can give. I mean, I've waited years to see somebody do what I've been basically plotting for the last 14, and nobody has done it to this day. That says a lot. It's not an easy challenge. It is exceptionally hard. And, most people are comfortable with 3D printing a suit and, just doing cosplay. And that's great. That's fine. I'm not a problem with that. But that's not my religion. You know what I'm saying? I believe in making something so similar in almost every regard to the actual Ironman suit itself that I basically reached the limit of what can be achieved with today's technology. That's basically what my goal is. To go as far as I possibly can with the limitations that I currently face. Because I obviously don't have Tony Stark level technology. Nobody does, at least publicly. Nobody does. So, it's like, what's the next best thing? And that's basically what I ask myself every single day. So, that's where I'm at. And I think that the UMA and all these brands will just kind of bring everything together, I even had the idea for making a just personal brand for myself, which I've actually just never thought about for some reason. In the 6 years I've been doing social media, I actually never considered this, where I just make it like a Nikolai Vidala account. I never thought of that. I don't know why. I actually don't know why. It blows me away. I can't tell you why. I really can't. I have no idea how I never thought of that. Because I'm always thinking oh well, where am I gonna post this? Where am I gonna post it? Bro, just make a universal, all-encompassing account that can cover whatever you want. It's complete freedom. It's not like posting a video game streaming clip to my Techmaster account where people are all just Iron Man fans. With just a personal account, I can post Iron Man stuff, gaming stuff, car stuff, anything, hiking, anything I want, and that's enticing to me. So I think I'm going to do that. But right now it is 12:14 in the morning. It is now March 5th is the day. I'm coming back to social media. There's one thing I have to do urgently, is I have to post all my Techmaster videos to my YouTube channel before I upload this anywhere. I have to do that, and I also, let's see, I have to back up my files on my Octa PC, so that way his hard drive is got some space on it. I do have a new solid state that I just wiped I moved all the files off to a hard drive, wiped the solid states. Now I have a secondary terabyte hard drive or solid state in Octo, so that way, if I'm streaming, all my streams can save directly to the new solid state drive. I have backed up my iPhone 12, which is in my shop, so I gotta actually delete all those videos and make sure I'm up to video 25 on the phone before I delete everything. I'm trying to think of anything else I gotta do. Maybe think the personal account. I also have to look at the UMA and start like messaging people and basically like, oh yeah, I gotta build the entire server tonight. Forgot about that. It's kind of important. Maybe what I can do is maybe I don't have to have the UMA server done by tomorrow, but definitely the 6th. Definitely the 6th. I say the 6th because the UMA was founded on the 6th of November 2020, and also it's going to take me some time because I have to configure. So basically, what I'm doing is I am making it so that people who want to join the UMA can join for free. But there's also a paid sector of the Discord where you have the opportunity to get your content shown on every platform and also have the opportunity to win prizes. So you basically pay a small subscription fee, and basically the way this is going to work is that all the people that subscribe and get access to the paid Discord, all that money goes into a pool, and I basically take a certain amount from that pool and have it as prize money. So people have the opportunity to win back their membership for a month, a year, years, because like the problem I highlighted, the last video I made right now at this very moment was literally documenting how I have no money for any of my projects. I'm out. I got nothing, right? And I am not the only one who's faced this problem, And how cool would it be for like, you to join a server for like, let's just say, I don't know, $2 a month or $5 a month, $4.99, whatever. Join a server, you forget about the payment because it's such a small amount of money, you didn't even notice. And then you find out, oh wait, I just won like $100. I just won $200. Holy crap. Like, I can actually buy my parts now. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, it's a small amount of money, but if I have like 200 people all donating, or not all donating, 200 people all subscribing for $2 each, that's $400. I get like wait, is that right? Jesus, yeah, that should be right. Yeah, I know. I'm like so tired. I gotta even check the simplest mental math. $2. Yeah, $400. Oh my god, that is like that is embarrassing. I wish I could cut that out, but I don't edit these videos. So. 2 times 2 does equal 4. Yes. Oh. In other news, Iron Man makes sure 2 times 2 equals 4. Real life Tony Stark, everybody. Oh god. Yeah. So anyway, but like let's just say like for instance, I would take, let's just say yeah, so in that situation, I have 200 people and everybody is subscribed to the server for $2 each. Let's just say out of that $400 a month, I take $100 and have like a $50 prize, $35 prize, and a $15 prize. Now 3 people just won back their membership, like instantly. You know what I'm saying? That's really cool. That's really awesome. Like that's a great idea. Like, You know what I'm saying? And like that is the kind of goal to bring people in, you know, and people who want to subscribe, like, you know, join for the monthly build challenges, they have the opportunity to give you more. So, you know, because their memberships will be a little bit more. So I think that that's a really good idea. I have to obviously refine it. It's going to take me at least like a day to just iron all that out. You know, I have to do some administrative stuff, like I said, upload all my YouTube videos. And then next is the UMA and making that connect with WAP and all that fun stuff. So, but I like the idea. It's a great concept. You know, I've tried to figure out a way to monetize UMA for years now. And I think this solves the problem. I think this will actually solve the problem. You know, but yeah, I utilizing the shift and push protocol from this point forward, March 5th. So a very important day. Very, very important day. The shift and push protocol are initiated right now. So it's pretty cool. I think that's pretty much it for this video. I think that is everything. Million views on building ITV1. Oh yeah, I think I'm gonna start making my videos over a minute long. I originally was like kind of not wanting to do that, but if I'm getting the views I'm getting, you know, a million view video could get me like what, like $100 maybe? I don't know. But anything's better than nothing at this point, you know, and if I have these people watching and it's going well, so be it, you know. So and everybody's been telling me to, so you know, it's like I kind of want to, if I have people that are willing to watch over a minute long, then that's enough motivation for me to make minute long videos on TikTok. So so anyway, I'm gonna get going. Check TikTok really quick, see where we're at. Yeah, see, like we're always 3 notifications deep at least. With Instagram, you know, there's always like comment, likes, and then let's see, in TikTok. Wow, yeah, see, 9 comments, 55 cents, 31, and 113 follows. That's pretty good. That is, yeah, this is great. We're getting a lot of comments. This is some great, look at this. That is some good momentum. We're still getting just nows at 12:22 a.m. 4 just nows in a row. That is pretty solid stuff there. What are we at for views? We're almost at let's see. We're almost at like 1.1 million views. That's really good. That is really good, man. Dang. Yeah, that's like exceptional. Whew, man. Let's see where we're at for likes. Okay, so we got about 30, or excuse me, we got about 42,000 likes until we hit 2 million likes. It's pretty cool. Sweet. Yeah, so the last video I made, it got 84 shares. Wow. I haven't gotten a sponsor yet, and yeah, it was this video. Paying my bills here, and I'm trying to pursue this journey of becoming the real life Iron Man and building this Iron Man suit. Honestly, I think that is the absolute perfect video before initiating the shift and push protocol. I think that is like, and I honestly, I didn't even intend it to be that way. It just kind of like happened. But that is like the best video, because I truly think that from this point forward, everything I do is going to be successful. I really, truly believe that like every video I post will do well. Like I'll start making money, you know, like I don't know how to explain it. I don't know how to explain it, but I find it really interesting that, like, you know, I'm still in this kind of hiatus for now Domino's, and I'm still in this like window. I still have some time left. This little bit of time, you know. I even like back in February, I'm like, you know, I'm out of time. Like I'm out of time. I got bills. I cannot tell you how like, I'm not scared. I don't know. I'm so not, I'm not concerned at all about my bills right now. Like, I have no way of paying them. Right now, as of right now, this very moment. But I'm not concerned about it. I don't know why. I don't know why. I don't know why I'm so calm about this. You know, me from a year ago, me from 2 years ago would be freaking out at the fact that I have no money left. I have literally like the last like $70 from, you know, the generous people that donate on GoFundMe. That's like the last money I have left in my bank account. And that's because, you know, I got the donation. Um, that's it. And that's gonna last me until, you know, for just groceries and gas until Domino's or whatever, whenever I get my next, you know, amount of money. But I am not afraid for some reason. Like I just have this feeling that I will figure this out and I will have success with this. One of the videos is gonna just absolutely pop off and it's gonna I don't know. I haven't even started the whole WAP stuff yet. I haven't even started it, but like I just know. I just know something is gonna work. And I like I feel like I've already won. Like I feel like I've already did it. I've already like it's already done. I feel like it's already done. That's gonna sound super crazy to someone out there who's gonna be like, how the I don't know either. I don't know either. I hope you understand that. Like I have genuinely no idea what the solution is. I don't know. I don't know if it's this video. I don't know if it's gonna be WAP. Like I said, I haven't even started WAP yet. You know, I haven't posted this video yet. You know, like I don't know. You know, like I'm gonna try my best to you know, maybe I'm gonna try my best to get this whole UMA WAP done like as soon as possible. You know, if I can get it done, I mean now it's already the 5th, but if I can get it done before posting time tomorrow, that would be like incredible. I don't think I'll be able to. I'm already super exhausted. You can probably tell my eyes are like shutting on them on their own. But yeah, I don't know. But I don't know, man. I think that something's gonna work. Oh yeah, one last thing I want to mention. I know this is a very big video. I did not anticipate this video being this large. I really, really want to get back into my acting. Really, I really want to get back into it. You know, I'm 27. I know, 27, and you know, I loved acting as a teenager, as a young adult. I loved it. I just loved it. I could not get enough of it, and I miss it dearly. I miss it a lot. I miss doing drama club shows. I miss doing improv. I miss being in short films. I miss all of it. And it's something I don't want to give up on. Like I obviously don't want to become part of like, you know, Hollywood and all that stuff. I have no interest in that. But like short films, absolutely. You know, like small film studios, absolutely. Indie films, but definitely. You know, and it's like I think what I'm gonna start doing is just like every single day putting out like, you know, a story, or maybe even like every week I'll put out a post being like, hey, this is all my information. This is basically me in a nutshell. Like I build Iron Man suits. I am an actor. This is my email, maybe not my phone number, but like my email. You know, and just putting myself out there. You know, I can't tell you how many artists and actors and singers and comedians and chefs like follow my work. Like I have over now like 218,000 followers just on Instagram. That's the most I've ever had. And I see verified badges every single day following me and commenting on my videos. And these are all like some very hyper successful people that watch my work, which is pretty sick, you know? And it's like, I know for a fact that these people would probably like to work with me. At least one of them would, you know? I mean, actually, yeah, I can actually say that with a full chest because I've actually had them message me, ask if I want to collaborate. So, you know, but yeah, I want to put myself out there. I want to make this year a year of where I just, for the first time in my life, go all in, just nonstop, giving it everything. That is like what I want this year to be. I want this year to be the year that I come back. You know, 2025 was the year where I realized, like, I really need to, like, if I ever get the opportunity again, like, I really need to just focus on me and do what makes me happy and do what I know will make me successful. You know, like, I got a lot of experience last year, but that experience will take me no further. I need to do what I was meant to do on this earth, and I need to do it quickly because there's going to be certain things that are going to happen with the world, with, you know, my personal life, you know, and my family, and I'm not going to have all the time to do the things I'm doing now. So I need to do them quickly before that window shuts, you know, just like my money window right now, you know, before that is like too late and like the bill needs to be paid like immediately, which they're very, very close, but they're not yet, you know. I haven't gotten any bills yet except for the internet bill, which actually needs to be paid in like 7 days. So yeah, so that's basically where I'm at, you know. Like I said, and I know my fiance will never see this video, so I can talk about this. You know, she graduates in the spring of 2027. So, you know, my goal is to achieve success, financial, business, entrepreneur, all of it. Achieve success so much so that I'm able to buy a house in cash and in North Carolina, and basically do all of this with her not knowing, and surprise her when she graduates. That's basically the goal. So I think it's a great goal. You know, I mean, how awesome would that be? Where it's like, okay, we're going on vacation. You know, I saved up enough. Saved up enough. We're gonna go on vacation for a week. Pack all your belongings, even your cat. Pack everything. We're going on vacation. No, obviously it'd be like a vacation first, because like that would be like super sus. Just like pack all your shit. But like I'd be like, yeah, like we're on vacation. That would be great. Or even better, because her family goes to North Carolina every summer, so that actually works even better. Be like, yeah, I got us a place, North Carolina. I rented us a place. You know, give myself some points there, and she'll be like, oh wow, that's like super cool. You know, I never expected that. I'm like, oh, don't worry about it. You know, we go down there, and you know, she's like, what the fuck are we going in the neighborhood? And I mean, there's like all this like fields and shit, and it's like all this like land, right? All this land. Nice house in the middle of it. Nice long driveway. 3-car garage, you know. All of it. I'm like, yeah, this is our new home. This is it. That's my dream. That is like my goal. If I can't achieve that, what is the point? I mean, honestly, like, you know, I want to have kids. I want to be a dad. I want to be successful. You know, I want to get married, like officially married. You know, I want to like re-propose, because like I proposed, but like it's very subpar, in my opinion. It's very like 2 out of 3. You know, I gotta just reboot that proposal. You know, but anyway, besides the point, I want to make things right, and I want to, you know, make it, I guess. You know, I've been poor for pretty much my entire adult life. Actually, yeah, my entire adult life, from 18 to 27, so almost, yeah, 9 years. And I want to really make it in this last year before it becomes 10 years. I really want to just make it, you know? Like, I would be so happy with myself by 28 years old if I could say that I made my first, let's just say, $100,000, and, you know, was able to buy my first house, you know, and was able to, you know, buy myself, you know, actually, not even, fix my Camaro for once after 4 years of it being broken down. It actually broke down this March 4 years ago in 2022, and it's been sitting in my carport ever since, rotting away. Beautiful 1980 Camaro, rotting away. Makes me sad. It genuinely makes me want to cry. Every time I go out there and I see that there, I'm just like, why do I suck? Why do I suck? Why can't I just be successful? I can't even fix my car. I can't fix my car. 4 years of my existence, that car has been rotting away, not even moving. It literally makes me, like, it's so sad. Nothing hurts more than having a nice car that you can't drive. Anyway, I'm gonna end this video. It's probably now like, yeah, 12:30. Good Lord, it's been 20 minutes since I last checked. I'll see you the next time, and hopefully the next video I make will be a very positive one. And yeah.